Breaking this afternoon, the state of Wisconsin announcing one of the biggest air pollution settlements in state history. Diddy and Milling will have to pay $940,000 for violating air pollution control permits at its facility in Columbia County. The company is no stranger to controversy. This is one of 3 state or federal actions Diddy is facing right now. Braden Ross joins us to break it all down. Braden, this lawsuit, we understand, is not related to the explosion that most think of when they think of this company, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Those 2 other ongoing actions. One is an upcoming jury trial this fall for a federal criminal case for this incident, a 2017 explosion at one of their Columbia County corn mills that killed 5 people. In the aftermath, OSHA stuck Diddy with $1.8 million in fines, but the company appealed that decision, and now more than 6 years later, they still haven't paid up. The company and several high-ranking officials were also indicted on federal charges related to the blast for alleged negligence that contributed to the explosion and attempts to cover up the unsafe conditions at that mill. Today's settlement, however, is different. Attorney General Josh Kaul filed this lawsuit last November, accusing the company of violating air pollution control permits at its milling and ethanol production facilities. Now, I just spoke with Attorney General Josh Kaul about this settlement. You can hear what he had to say tonight at 10 right here on News 3 Now.
All right, Braden, thank you. We do have some beautiful weather out there right now. That could change by Friday. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano on the weather patio with more details. Jacob.
Yeah, Eric, right now it is just about perfect here in Madison, but we actually do have a few showers and even some small storms across other portions of Wisconsin. Now, right now they're out of our area, but earlier up north we did have a few isolated showers and storms, but nothing too much. Now, we may continue to see more over the next couple of hours, but we're still not expected to see a lot of rain tonight. Looking a bit further towards the northern portion of the state and parts of Minnesota. Now, these rounds of showers and storms may impact our area a little bit later into the night, but once again, not expect to see a whole lot tonight, but we could see some rain at times. To the south of us, a good amount of rainfall across portions of Kentucky and Tennessee, and there actually is a pretty strong tornado risk today for other areas in the central Great Plains. Now, coming back to our area, as I mentioned, we could see a few showers and storms enter our area, but it's not going to amount to much. We'll see clear skies for most of the night, maybe a few clouds by the morning, but tomorrow we are going to remain pretty dry. Current temperatures very nice, 80 degrees in Madison, other areas in the 70s. Another beautiful day for southern Wisconsin. And looking at the evening forecast, it is going to remain very comfortable. Again, could see a shower or storm, but for the most part, we are going to be dry. If you have any outdoor plans this evening, just keep an eye on that radar. Although for Madison, my guess is we are going to be completely dry with the best chance of rain being up to the north. Now for Friday, we do have a good chance of some storms, and some of the storms may even be severe. I'll have those details coming up a bit later in the show.
Jacob, thank you. In just 2 weeks from today, the country's top Republicans are meeting in Milwaukee for the first presidential primary debate for the 2024 election. Now, one of the big questions is who's in and who's out. It's not just guesswork, as political reporter Will Keneally joins us to explain. Will?
Eric, that's right. It's actually a pretty scientific process to determine who's in and who's out of this first presidential debate. The Republican National Committee that's coordinating it has released a series of criteria, including things like fundraising numbers and polling.
In recent years, we've seen this explosion of the number of presidential candidates.
With so many voices, it can be hard to cut through the noise. You have to whittle it down somehow.
If that risks having so many people on the debate stage that the debate is barely manageable, and many of them get just a few seconds, really, to present their case.
So the RNC lays out its criteria like this. You have to poll at least 800 likely Republican voters. Now, that can be live interviews or online or text messages. Now, none of the polls can come from the campaigns themselves. Barring that, any candidate that gets at least 1% in 3 national polls or 2 national polls and 1 early state poll like Iowa, they're in the debate. But there's more.
I think that's probably the area that pollsters might have raised their eyebrows a little bit about.
The RNC also requires polls put their presidential preference questions early, fearing that having them later in the poll could introduce bias.
Within the profession, there are different views about whether you should ask the vote choice at the very early steps of the survey or ask them somewhat later. In our Wisconsin survey, we asked job approval of the president and the governor and favorability to several candidates, and then we asked the vote choice. I'm not sure that that would meet their criteria.
So on top of that word choice, Franklin says that the sheer size of his poll alone would also not allow him to qualify. He says he'd need to sample essentially twice the number of Republicans that he already does in his normal sample to have his poll qualify. And right now, there are 8 Republicans eligible for this debate coming up later this month. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. New at 5, a Tennessee man was arrested for allegedly recording people in the men's bathroom during the CrossFit Games here in Dane County. 44-year-old Ty Tran was arrested on Sunday after deputies working at the CrossFit Games got a complaint. Several videos were found on his phone. According to a criminal complaint, Tran told detectives he didn't know his phone was recording, and he says his phone sometimes takes videos when he puts his phone in his bag. He later admitted, though, to taking the video. Tran pleaded not guilty to charges today and will be back in court next month. Well, this is no monkey business. Officials at the Henry Vila Zoo said there was an attempt to break into a zoo restaurant early this morning. Earlier today, zoo officials posted to social media saying police were called around 4 a.m. after the guard on duty saw people trying to get into the Glacier Grill. The zoo officials called police, who arrived just minutes later, but did not find any suspects. No people or animals were hurt in this break-in, with the only damage being done to the windows of the restaurant.
It's disappointing because it's a free zoo. It's one of the best parts of Madison is the zoo. And, you know, for someone to break into that area is, you know, is disheartening.
Police are asking anyone who lives near the zoo and has security cameras to look through their footage for any suspicious activity that could help in the investigation. Governor Evers is calling for a special session to address child care affordability and availability. And today we went out and asked you what you thought about it. Jalen Banks caught up with some community members on how they're handling this current state of child care in Wisconsin. Jalen joins us now.
In the last days of summer, the Henry Vila Zoo was bustling with families, but with vacations winding down and regular schedules returning, child care is on the forefront of their minds. Child care is a challenge for many in Wisconsin as funding dries up from the pandemic-era Federal CARES Act. Many facilities could lose it. That's what Evers is trying to address in a special session. Currently, many are forced choosing between work and child care.
In my situation, it works out okay because I have a partner that is able to support us.
The special session is set to take place September 20th. And tonight at 6, we'll hear from one father that has been positively impacted by child care after he and his daughter faced tragedy.
Jalen, thank you. There are more than 200,000 cases of cardiac arrest a year here in the United States. So knowing some potential warning signs can only help keep you and your family healthy. Dr. David Bernhardt at UW Health says warning signs can include chest pain or heart racing while exercising, and your exercise intolerance might be down, meaning you aren't keeping up with your competitors when you feel like you should be able to. He also says it's good to know your family history. If a cardiac episode were to happen during a sporting event, Dr. Bernhardt says there are 2 things we should know how to do.
The 2 things are to know CPR. So I think everybody should be trained in CPR, and everybody should be trained in how to use a defibrillator. They're not that hard to use. And then we just need to make sure there is defibrillator access at every venue where there are people at risk.
Dr. Bernhardt also says the sudden collapse and even death that can come with cardiac arrest is rare. One way to get ahead of these events is to get a sports physical before your child starts playing any sports. That's a time you can talk to a health professional about any potential warning signs. Now, if your child still needs a physical before the start of the fall season, or if you don't have health insurance, you have an opportunity tonight. UW Health Kids is hosting a free sports physical exam tonight from 6 to 9 p.m. It's at Access Community Health Center. That's at 2202 South Park Street in Madison. No pre-registration is required, but there are check-ins based on your last name. Don't forget News 3 Now, and the Boys and Girls Club's annual back-to-school drive is in full swing this year. We're asking you to stuff the bus full of school supplies and make sure every kid in Dane County is set up for a successful school year. You drop off supplies at our studio here at News 3 Now, any Metcalf's or Walgreens location. There's also an Amazon wish list that you can use to donate. You can find all this information at channel3000.com/back-to-school. Veterans who may have been exposed to toxic burn pits need to file a claim by the end of the day today for retroactive health benefits. Toxic exposure from burn pits is linked to more than 20 illnesses and cancers. The claims are part of the Honoring Our Pact Act, which expanded health care benefits last year for those exposed to toxic substances on the battlefield. The act also lifted the burden of proof from veterans, some of whom had fought for years to get their claims approved. The process now takes months, maybe even just days.
Presumptives in and the PACT Act make this really easy for us to do. These aren't hard claims to get done.
The VA now reports a nearly 80% approval rate, much higher than the quarter of claims before the PACT Act passed. Survivors urge veterans who've been exposed to file and get checked out, even if they feel fine. If veterans miss this deadline for retroactive benefits, they can still file new claims after today's deadline. It's been 100 days since the writer's strike began in Hollywood, and there has been no movement. Looks like it'll stay that way a while longer. Trading pens for picket signs, the WGA acknowledges there's no apparent end in sight. Negotiators wrote a statement saying, quote, the studios are responsible for the over 3-month shutdown of the industry and the pain it has caused workers. Meanwhile, studios say they want a mutually beneficial deal and say writers are expecting too much change. Writers still want better pay from successful streaming shows and protections against artificial intelligence. Coming up, Jacob is back with our complete forecast. Plus, we head to Hawaii, where thousands are dealing with these devastating fires. That story next at 5. And the down week continues on Wall Street. The Dow loses 191 points. The Nasdaq tumbles 162. S&P 500 falls almost 32. And we'll be right back.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Call Mad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for American-made baths and showers installed in as little as 1 day. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. Now 50 homeowners will save. Receive free installation of a new bath or shower. 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior and military discounts, plus call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjord's furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjord's furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
You got me.
Hi, you're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. For the guarantee of high-quality promotional items delivered on time, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
For those that don't have that situation, this is a crisis. This is really scary.
After all the political discussions, News 3 Now hears from local parents about child care challenges in Wisconsin. That's tonight at 6.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
If you have ever taken on a landscaping project around your home, you know it can be time-consuming. An arborist in Dane County may know better than anyone. Our Kyle Pozorski shares how their life's passion is providing a space to his community. Kyle?
Well, Eric, persistence is the key to success for gardener Matt Duffy. Today I met up with him to discuss a garden which he's been working on for 5 years. It's something of a passion project for Duffy, whose family has been attending Hope Lutheran Church since the 1800s. Duffy has traveled the country in his past, learning everything he could about nature. In 2019, he brought that experience back home, beginning work on the Hope Garden.
I think always in the back of my mind, there was this thought like, hey, maybe we should actually turn this into try and make it like an awesome garden that people will come visit, whether they're from the church or not. And it just kind of has been snowballing ever since.
The Hope Garden has been put together in several separate phases. For the most part, Duffy has done it all by himself. His hope is to gain Arboretum status. While it's been worked on for 5 years, he thinks it will take 15 until it's finished. Coming up this Sunday on Weekend Mornings, I'll have much more on Duffy's story and his goal to provide the space to his community. You can catch it from this Sunday from 6:30 to 8 a.m.
Kyle, thank you. We'll check your kitchens. We have a new recall to warn you about. This has to do with kiwi fruit. Food producer David Oppenheimer and company recalling 1 pound Zespray organic green kiwi. The company says there could be a risk of listeria. The items were sold at retail stores throughout the U.S., including here in Wisconsin, and contain fruit stickers with the barcode. Listen closely here, 940095552. That's the product there. More information can be found on the FDA's website. Right now, what some are calling an apocalyptic scene is unfolding in Hawaii. Multiple wildfires are burning in Maui, of all places, driven in part by strong winds from a passing hurricane. At least 6 people have died. Laura Aguirre shows us for some, the only escape is into the sea.
It's apocalypse. It's like straight out of the movie.
Many in Maui are under red flag warnings as suffocating smoke and fast-moving flames rage across the western edge of the island.
One of my houses definitely caught fire. The other houses are each a block away.
Challenging terrain along with forceful gusts up to 80 miles an hour at times are some of the factors hampering emergency crews. As flames moved in, some have taken desperate action.
Individuals jumping into the ocean, concerned for their safety. The U.S. Coast Guard retrieved them from the shoreline and took them to safety.
911 is down, cell service is down, phone service is down, and that's been part of the problem.
I still don't know where my little brother is. I don't know where my stepdad is. Everyone I know in Lahaina, their homes have been burned down.
Forecasters say Hurricane Dora, a Cat 4 storm passing nearly 800 miles southwest of Hawaii, is behind some of the high winds blowing across Maui. Another huge concern for state officials, tourists.
We're already working with a local airline to see if we can get tourists off the island to at least house them on another island like Oahu.
Terrifying. Hawaii has declared a state of emergency, and the White House says it's in contact with officials there. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
The White House says President Biden is monitoring the wildfires in Hawaii, but did not weigh in on whether the president would send more federal aid to the state. Pretty amazing to see that. So what does our forecast have in store? Jacob Madison now with the latest.
Yeah, we do have a chance of severe storms on Friday, although the uncertainty is pretty high, which is why we have not issued an alert day. But beyond that, we could see a few showers tonight, and for the most part, temperatures are going to be pretty comfortable, maybe a little bit warm at times, but we're going to remain very nice for the foreseeable future, really over the next 7 to 10 days. Current radar showing a good amount of rainfall to the south of us, also some light showers, even some small storms to the north of Madison did impact portions of our northern county earlier, and it actually could impact our area in the next few hours, but we're not expecting to see a ton of rainfall tonight. This is the severe weather outlook for Friday. There is a slight risk for a lot of the area, including Madison and places to the south and east. The far northern and western portions of our area under a marginal risk, although there could still be some severe weather in those locations. So looking at future track, we could see a few showers, maybe a light storm tonight, but the later we get into the night, the less likely we will see the rainfall. Clear skies for the most part tonight, and for tomorrow we're going to continue to see clear skies with sunshine in the afternoon. Tomorrow is going to be pretty nice, similar to today, with temperatures not being too warm. Now late Thursday night into Friday morning, we will begin to see some of the showers and storms form for the northern portion of our area, and we're going to see 2 rounds of possible rainfall. Well, the first round will be earlier in the morning. Not expect to see a ton of severe weather with the first round, but later in the day we have a better chance to see those severe storms. Going to form in the late afternoon. The early afternoon will be be dry, and then some of these storms could be severe, although the strongest will be to the south and east of Madison, as it will impact our area during the evening hours, and then it looks like it will clear out of the area closer to midnight, maybe a bit earlier. Again, the timing of this could definitely change because it's still 2 days out, and as I mentioned, there still is a bit of uncertainty as to just how severe these storms will be. As far as precipitation goes, this actually goes all the way to the next 7 days. The heaviest will be to the north and to the south of Madison, kind of what it's been like for most of the summer, but we're still expect to see some rainfall. Hopefully we don't get a complete dud like we did this last Sunday, and we do indeed see a few storms roll through our area and produce some nice rainfall. So for temperatures, we'll see lows in the lower 60s. Northern counties will drop into the 50s. Pretty calm night. Tomorrow, pretty normal day. High temperatures in the lower 80s. Mostly sunny to partly sunny skies, depending on the time of day. Could see some clouds, could see some sun. For Friday, we'll see some showers and storms. Could be severe, but temperatures are going to remain very similar. And for the most part, the temperatures are going to remain consistent for the foreseeable future. High temperatures will be upper 70s, lower 80s, although it does look like in 2 weeks, there is a possibility we could see those temperatures rise again. But for the next 10 days, it is looking pretty nice. Now, as far as traffic goes, you know, not much to talk about. Pretty clear across the downtown area. There are a few slopes. A lot of that has to do with rush hour traffic and construction, but no real big reports to report on. And going south, we're also seeing 70 miles per hour roughly in both directions, and that's also the case for going north. And that's your first warn traffic.
Jacob, thank you. After the break, how one credit card debt holder is reshaping the discussion on paying back debt. Also, how 0% balance transfer cards might be a solution. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Absolutely a good investment because we're happy.
Mad City has more than 50,000 satisfied customers and an A+ rating with the BBB. We can replace your old outdated bathtub with a beautiful walk-in shower or new walk-in tub, installed in as little as 1 day, infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning. And now 50 homeowners will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts. Plus, if you call Mad City Baths now during this program, you'll receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Summer fun means one thing. It's time to visibly say goodbye to crow's feet, fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye bags, and say hello to smooth, beautiful, younger-looking skin in 10 minutes with Plexiderm.
Oh my God. I can't believe I have no lines in my face. I'm like 20 years younger.
Plexiderm smooths away wrinkles without foundation, without color makeup, and without expensive procedures. And it works in 10 minutes. Plus, the results last up to 10 hours. And best of all, you could try it for only $14.95 this summer.
This isn't the first time I've been on TV raving about this product. It's amazing. My friends, my family, they can't believe it. There's been creams, there's been lotions. Nothing works like this.
We were away on vacation. If you go down to the islands, they always want to take you in a booth and put some stuff on you. And my husband said, boy, that stuff really works. And I said, I washed this off hours ago. This is Plexiderm. This is what works.
When I tried Plexiderm the first time, my daughter said, oh, Dad, did you get a haircut? And I said, no, I tried this Plexiderm product out. Oh, you look so much younger. I said, oh, thank you.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes. The science is incredible, but the results are even better.
Yeah, this looks really good. All these lines are gone. Amazing. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I look amazing. That's like so full of myself.
I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm. I put it on my face, and I'm not joking. It works.
So take action this summer and pack up your under-eye bags and wrinkles and put them on vacation with Plexiderm. Try our summertime special and get it for only $14.95. minutes. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Americans' credit card balances have tipped the $1 trillion mark for the first time ever. And experts say while all that spending shows consumer confidence, it also reveals pockets of trouble for those in a cycle of debt. CBS's Bradley Blackburn introduces us to a debt holder on a zero balance mission.
This morning I drank the free coffee that they had at my house.
Jamie Feldman is currently traveling Europe on a budget. She's also on a debt journey that she regularly shares with her TikTok followers.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm in $9,400 of credit card debt. I started to get responses from people who either had advice or were in the same exact boat.
The New York Federal Reserve says for the first time ever, Americans' combined credit card balances topped $1 trillion, rising $45 billion in the second quarter.
It's really a story about high inflation, high interest rates.
Bankrate.com senior industry analyst Ted Rossman says the New York Fed's numbers reflect total balances, including the 53% of cardholders who pay in full every month.
The other 47% carry debt. That 47% with debt is up from 39% 2 years ago. So unfortunately, we're moving in the wrong direction there.
A recent Bankrate report found 54 million Americans have been carrying credit card debt for at least a year, showing it's pretty easy to get in and a lot harder to get out.
I think the best way to lower your rate and shorten the term is to get a 0% balance transfer card.
Debt holders can also look for a reputable nonprofit credit counseling agency or sell items they no longer need. For Jamie Feldman,
I have the automatic payments of $95 a month, and then I try to throw a couple hundred more here and there when I can.
Steady progress toward her goal of being debt-free by next summer. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Bankrate says its surveys have found there's so much shame around debt that most people would rather discuss other controversial topics like politics or religion than talk about debt. We're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Mad City Baths takes the hassle out of bathroom remodeling with high-quality American-made baths and showers backed with a lifetime warranty. Choose from premium wall patterns including white travertine, Othello, and many more. And with our price lock guarantee, we'll guarantee your price for 1 year. And now 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower will receive special savings. Free installation of a new bath or shower, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Senior military discounts, plus call Mad City Baths now. Last chance to call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call with zip code and location to qualify, 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. The new Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with a one-of-a-kind cooling technology that feels up to 10 degrees cooler, allowing for a better night's sleep. Queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses are just $83 per month when you use Steinhafels 72-month financing. Plus, get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Steinhafels and Steinhafels.com, your sleep solution destination. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. Stay off the freeways. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Menards is your complete bathroom headquarters. We have what you need to give your bathroom a fresh new look from top brands like Lions. This contour tub and shower kit is $589.99 after 11% rebate. Complete the look of any room with stylish window treatments from Menards. Window Images forward blinds add a classic design. Plus, they can be trimmed to width for free. Right now, only $22.99 after rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We've got a lot of news coming up. Our CBS News investigation, a class action lawsuit filed against the U.S. Department of Defense, and what it could mean for thousands of veterans who say they were wrongly discharged. The plaintiffs fight for benefits and honor. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And then tonight on News 3 Now at 6, how a charity event in Jefferson County is helping young survivors of sexual abuse. Plus, a hearing for the teen charged with killing a young girl in Chippewa Falls has concluded. We'll have those details in a half hour on News 3 Now at 6. And Jacob rejoins us now as we get one final check of our forecast.
Yeah, we could see some light showers tonight, but then tomorrow it's going to be very nice. High temperatures, lower 80s, upper 70s, a few clouds at times, but otherwise we'll see a good amount of sunshine. And then for Friday, we are expected to see some showers and storms. We'll kind of see 2 rounds of storms. The first one will be earlier in the day, kind of like basically just during the morning time, and then we'll be dry for the early afternoon, and then the late afternoon and evening we'll see another round move through. The second round could produce some severe weather, although there's still a bit uncertainty. Temperatures will remain comfortable. Could see another chance of storms late Sunday, and then a few chances throughout next week.
All right, Jacob, thank you again. We're back in a half hour for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.